Hey everybody, KMO here. Looks like I'm in this beautiful natural setting, right? Well, you know, I'm in Vermont. You're never far from a beautiful natural setting in Vermont. Although, you know, you might be stuck in front of a computer and never know what beauty lies just outside your window. I have been listening to Andrew Yang's book, The War on Normal People. And I was just in my apartment, sitting in my recliner, having finished but not posted a podcast episode, and I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies 2. And I'm listening to Andrew Yang's book, and he launches into a description of the surrogate activities that young men engage in to make up for the fact that, you know, most of them, the ones who don't have tech jobs, are sort of languishing, not really doing the things that men are expected to do, which is to get a job, to start earning serious money, to climb a promotion hierarchical ladder, to get married, father children, buy a house, save money, put those kids through college. I mean, all these things men are supposed to do. In our current economic milieu, many men who used to achieve those life benchmarks pretty effortlessly are now failing to get started and are filling their time with drugs and video games. I was playing a video game as I listened to those words, and 420 came a little early today. So even though I'm not the young demographic that Andrew Yang is talking about, as I listened to his words, you know, and also killing zombies, they had a special impact for me. So I'll have a lot more to say about Andrew Yang's book in the coming days and weeks, I think. His major policy platform is universal basic income. And going into the book, I do not favor universal basic income, even though I could certainly use, you know, some extra money. I'm increasingly less impressed. Maybe I should say I'm decreasingly impressed. I am not so impressed anymore, and I'm moving toward a position of being even less impressed by fears of or arguments that say that universal basic income would cause runaway inflation. I think it would cause rapid inflation in certain sectors, but basically the sectors where, you know, that are rent-seeking from the lowest of the low, you know, low earners, or people with the least wealth and income. You know, talking about things like cigarettes, alcohol, the legal versions of drugs that people get addicted to, rent. These things would all increase pretty quickly, I think, once we start with a universal basic income. Whereas the things that rich people buy, you know, rich people's buying power won't be much affected by a universal basic income. So the things that they buy will probably not, you know, those prices will not budge as a result. On tomorrow's video, just because I'm not gonna talk about it in much detail today, but I want to have a couple of slides with some exact figures, you know, for examples. But I read an article recently that somebody sent to me about an argument for universal basic income based on this thing called technological deflation, which basically just says tech devices, like the thing I'm speaking into here to make this video, are getting cheaper all the time, and that eventually, you know, we expect, in the larger economy, we expect and depend on a certain level of inflation. Deflation is worse than inflation. I'm not talking hyperinflation, I'm talking the normal inflation, which causes us to talk about what things cost in $2,000 or, you know, $1982 or $2017. You know, we understand that money doesn't have a constant value. So when we talk about how much things cost, we peg the value of a dollar to a particular year. We want that number to keep going in the same direction. Not too fast, mind you, but we don't want it to reverse and go the other way, which is what would happen with deflation. And here I am going much further into this concept than I had intended to. So you know what? I'm going to stop here, and I will pick up on this tomorrow with some specific examples and figures, and maybe even some slides. And heck, maybe I'll go crazy and actually sit down with pen and paper and script a video. You know, don't hold me to that. Anyway, I will talk to you again tomorrow.